Capricorn. I'm Lou from Empress Blue, and this is going to be your May 2023 reading. So welcome. Just while I'm shuffling the cards, I wanted to talk to you about the astrology this month because there's a lot going on. There's a lot to talk about. Now for you, Capricorn, this month is beautiful. This is a really romantic month, you know, good for romance and potential romances, great for connecting with others, connecting with lovers and people that you want to be intimate with, but it's also a really good time to connect with other people like your friends and family, and children particularly will be very important, particularly over the next 12 months for you. So yeah, that all starts now. It started last month really. Now let's talk about this. So we're in Taurus season, okay? And this year Taurus season is hot. There is so much going on and it's going to be massive. I mean, it's massive. Last month was massive. It all started sort of in April, you know, and this month will just be that continuation of that really heightened energy. Because what we have is, as we're moving into May, we have the Mercury retrograde, which started last month on April the 21st, and it will continue moving direct on May the 15th. So for the first 2 weeks of May, we're in that Mercury retrograde in Taurus energy. And then on May the 17th, 2 days after Mercury has moved direct, we have Jupiter shifting signs. So Jupiter moves into Taurus and your 5th house and starts a new cycle there. We'll talk about what that all means in a minute. And then what else is happening? We also have the eclipse. So at the beginning of the month, on May the 6th, we have a Scorpio lunar eclipse, and that's happening and it's happening in Scorpio, which is opposing all of that Taurus energy. So it's shining a light on that Taurus energy and creating that opposition, that challenge there as well. So activating again the 5th house. So this is all about the 5th house now and into the next 12 months as well. There's a lot of 5th house activity going on for you. So let's talk about what the 5th house means. So the 5th house is where we create. It's where we create, we express, and we enjoy. So it's all the things that are us. They create our unique signature of who we are, and they're how we express that out into the world, how we deliver that to others to understand us as unique individuals. Okay, so it encompasses a lot of areas of your life, but some of the main ones are your children, because we create our children, right? So so if you have children, they're going to be really important in what's going on now for you. And if you work with children as well, same goes. So it's the children in our lives, and it's a really good energy. It's a great energy for forming really strong bonds and connections with those children. Or if you are trying to have a baby or trying to get pregnant, you know, this is a really powerful time for that to happen, for you to become a parent. The other aspects of this house, it covers lovers and romances. So it can cover connections with people, not necessarily people who stay in our lives, not necessarily the ones we marry, but people who come into our lives to help us to shift and to change and to build who we are, or to add more fabric to the tapestry of our life, is what I'm hearing. They're the people that shift us and change us and leave their mark on us in a way. So that can be how this manifests for you. The other thing the 5th house rules is our hobbies, our creative passions, how we what we do creatively, and what we do for fun, what we do to enjoy ourselves. You know, it's a very joyful, playful house. So that's what's being activated for you this month. Let's talk about house. We've got the Mercury retrograde there in the first 2 weeks of the month, and that's it's getting you to have a look at how you express yourself. Like Mercury is about our thoughts, it's about our words, it's about our communications, and so what that's asking you to do is to stop and take some time to look at how that's working for you, how that's not working for you, to see what you can improve in that area, particularly communications with lovers or communications with your children. That will be a big focal point for the Mercury retrograde for you there. This whole fifth house journey that you're going on, it's not new to you though, Capricorn. It has been going on for a long time because we have Uranus there and we also have the North Node there. Now Uranus has been there since 2018, so this is a storyline that's been going on since 2018, and you've been building and building, and in May this will come to a head. Things will come to a climax sort of. And the North Node's been there since January 2022, so about 18 months has been affecting that area of your life. So this means there's been a lot of revolution and divine intervention happening in that area of your life. With Jupiter moving in as well on May the 17th, it moves into that sign and it joins Uranus and the North Node for a while. Then Jupiter will be there for about 12 months or more. And what that's doing is it's bringing even more energy, it's bringing more blessings, more gifts. It's going to bring solutions to any problems you've been having. If, like I said, if you've been having problems getting pregnant or meeting a lover or connecting with your children or connecting with yourself creatively, or expressing yourself, there will be solutions coming through with Jupiter when it moves into there, especially as Mercury moves forward and moves out of there. So it's really positive. We also have Venus moving into Cancer on May the 8th, so that's your 7th house. So that's why this romance and this emotional connection can become really important for you, Capricorn. So let's start with energy coming into the reading with. You've come in with the Knight of Wands energy. So you're coming in from a place of inspiration and passion and desire, and I think, and that's that fifth house burn, that fifth house desire and burn to express yourself creatively, and you're coming in the upright position, really inspired and feeling passionate about moving forward with and expressing yourself and creating, which is really exciting. The environment, is the High Priestess in reverse. And so the environment, there's no secrets to this. This is all happening on the physical plane. You're seeing all of this manifesting out into your life. There's potentially that you're not following your own intuition. And so if there is any hiccups, if anything does come up that is uncomfortable for you to deal with, it's about dropping into your intuition and listening to yourself, knowing and trusting in your own divine expression of who you really are. We look at this, the Queen of Wands, Knight of Wands, Queen of Wands. You are on a roll, Capricorn. I'm just seeing it so beautifully. You're really stepping into your power, and that's through that ability to express yourself clearly. With the Eight of Cups here, if this spiritual journey, if there's something missing, you're moving towards that. Six of Swords, you're moving towards finding that little gold nugget within, the Hermit within, that has been missing, that's been missing and has been causing you to feel unfulfilled or unexpressed and unheard, or just it's this, like, I'm feeling this really restless energy, like you just can't quite put your finger on what it is that you need to do or how you need to express yourself, and it's all coming together for you in May. It's that you will do that dive within yourself, fifth house energy, the Hermit, going inwards, finding that inside yourself, that ability to express, that ability to express outwardly what it is. And with the Three of Coins, this is about working together with someone, which I've already mentioned. There is the potential for a connection or a collaboration with somebody, probably, possibly intimate, you know. It could be an actual relationship with Venus there in the 8th house. It could be your children as well, or it could be your parents, you know, if you're the child in this. You know, it's about collaborating, but it's also about collaborating in a way that's in alignment with your truth, about being able to express your truth in this situation, and your truth in the connection, because there is an ending. Now, the ending, I feel strongly, is associated with the lunar eclipse that's happening in Scorpio on May the 6th. So at the beginning of the month, you know, there's going to be this heightened energy, because you have the eclipse on May the 6th, and then Venus shifts into Cancer on May the 8th. And the other thing I forgot to mention is Mars will be in Cancer as well until May the 21st. So there's a lot of energy in that 7th house, making that quite a hot topic for you. And yeah, so the eclipse that's happening on May the 6th in Scorpio, it's one of the last eclipses in a series of eclipses that have been going since November 2021. So have a think back of your life since 2021, November, and consider, so this eclipse has been impacting the 11th house, 5th house access for you. So it's been about the way that you connect. So the 5th house is all about you and who you are as an individual and how you express that out into the world. And the 11th house is about the broader community. So we're talking about your friends, your colleagues, who you associate with, and how you contribute all of this beauty, this amazing, unique qualities that you have within you, how you contribute that to a broader picture, to a wider community, what gifts you can give to them, and how you bring that, you know, how you add value to that. And so, but with the eclipse happening, the eclipses, in especially lunar eclipses, usually sort of end things, particularly if there's things that need to end. And that's what I'm seeing with this death card. It could be the end of a friendship, it could be the end of an association, or with a group of people or something like that. There's an ending of a collaboration here that needs to happen with the 3 of coins. And it's important that you allow this to happen. You allow this to unfold the way it's meant to unfold, because this is about you stepping into your truth, the Hermit, the Queen of Wands. It's about you actually going towards what you're missing, 8 of Cups, and finding your own inner power, Ace of Wands. Because while you're still in this connection with these people or this person, you can't have this authenticity, this authentic alignment with this person while this person's there, or you're interacting with this person in that way. That needs to change. It needs to either end completely, or it needs to shift into something new in order for you to be able to express yourself more authentically. And that's what action you're taking. I'm seeing that swift action with the sword of cutting through any bullshit. You're cutting through anything that doesn't align with you authentically. So any people that don't align with you authentically, they've got to go. Okay, because you're moving on to this new cycle of bringing in, drawing in connections that are really aligned, and they're connections that are spiritually powerful. You know, you've got that North Node there, and you've got Uranus there. So these are connections that are destined to rise you up, to bring you up a level, to evolve you. And you need to let go of and cut out toxic people and people that aren't coming along that path with you, because here you are with the potential, Ace of Wands. There's so much potential in the energy that you've got here. It's creative potential. You know, the 5th house is so creative, and here you are with all of that creative potential. So that we can't let that go to waste, okay? Because there's been an imbalance here, right? There's been an imbalance of giving and receiving, or some sort of imbalance that's had to be shifted. And, you know, the 6 of Swords, the 6s, we've got 2 6s here. The 6 is about moving towards harmony. So even if this doesn't feel pleasant, this ending and releasing of a friend or whatever it is that you're ending and releasing, know that you're moving towards harmony. So I'm going to get some clarifying cards for the Knight of Wands and the High Priestess in reverse. So let's clarify the Knight of Wands, please. Clarify Knight of Wands. 10 of Wands. 5 of Cups. Wow. And the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, so you're feeling really inspired from something that's been weighing on you heavily. Okay, something that's been weighing on you and causing you to feel very burdened. That's what needs to end. I feel like this ending, if it is a friendship or a collaboration with someone, it's been taking such a toll on you. You haven't been able to be yourself. Okay, you haven't been able to be this Queen of Pentacles. You haven't been able to sit in your Queen of Pentacles energy, and that's about this balance of giving and receiving. You know, you've given too much of yourself, and that's about to be restored. That's what these eclipses are doing. They're restoring that. You're moving into this new series of eclipses, which you started last month in April. On April the 19th, we had an Aries solar eclipse, and that started a new cycle. So we've got this kind of crossover. This cycle that we started in 2021 is coming to an end this year. And we started a new cycle last month, and that's hitting your 4th house, 10th house axis, which is a really significant axis in your chart. It's the times when things change that are really massive changes in our lives. So over the next sort of 18 months, each eclipse is going to activate a big change in your life, and we started that last month, in April that started. And so so you're looking at some major life changes, particularly in your home life and in your outer career life. So have a think about the kind of people that you want to be close to you. That's what this is really important at this time, is who do you want to surround yourself with? What kind of people do you want to be close, to get in close to you? That's a big question for you throughout May. And how do they make you feel? Do they let you shine your light? Do they see your light shining, or do they dim you, diminish you? So we have the Temperance clarified by the 6 of Cups, the Temperance card, 5 of Swords, and the Fool. Okay, so there's those children again. That's that 5th house energy. So if this is about children, your child or your childhood, the 5th house is also about the inner child. So if there's inner child work for you to do, where if there's any wounding from childhood that needs to be healed, that can come up over the next 12 months as well, to create this harmony. I talked about this. The Temperance is all about balance and harmony, and talked about the 6s being about that too. So we're trying to blend together and sort of moderate what's happening, moderate what's going out and what's coming in. So there's a balance. It's more equal. There's to reduce that battle, and be able to move forward. This new beginning, when there's an ending, there's a new beginning here. And so that's what the environment's telling you, is that while there is sort of an ending happening, the next cycle's coming. And who do you want to come forward with you in that next cycle? So let's get some oracle cards. We have the Moon. So signifying that eclipse energy again. And Water. Wow. So that's deep emotions. This is about diving into your emotions. The Moon and Water is all about your emotions. So this is tapping into the emotional component of who you are, really, like genuinely on the inside, your uniqueness, and diving really deeply into that. I think the Hermit here as well, you'll be doing this deep dive into who am I, and I'm sort of seeing like there's going to be a change in what you do to create joy in your life. That's what I'm hearing. So this is about what forms of expression you are using. It's like, what I'm seeing is like if you used to use dance or something, like, you know, you had a hobby like dance, because the 5th house is all about hobbies as well, was your form of expression and you expressed yourself through dance. Well, now you'll start to notice that that doesn't work anymore, and so you need to find something else, and possibly you'll become a painter or an artist or something, and that will be how you'll express yourself. That's just a really simplified version of that, so you understand what I'm talking about. But that's what I'm hearing, is that the way that you tap into yourself and tap into your joy and tap into your true spark, your life force spark, is shifting, and it's going to change. And the people who have known you for a long time, they might not understand this shift, and maybe that's why there's this ending, you know, there's this clearing out, because they don't really understand you anymore, and you need new people to come into your life to understand you. And possibly it will be through your connections with children or lovers or you know, that people in that 5th house, could be friends, that help you to find this new creative outlet for yourself. But it's important to tap into how you feel. And the feeling of the 5th house emotion is joy. So as you're moving through this energy, and as you're moving through what's happening for you throughout May, continue to ask yourself over and over again, what brings me joy? Am I feeling joyful? How could I feel more joy? What could I do to feel joy? You know, that's tapping in and using the moon and water energy to your advantage. Let's get some more oracle cards. We got mystical powers. So again, really similar message here. Finding the joy in using your mystical powers, or using your mystical powers to find the joy. And laughter. So the 5th house is where we go for laughter and joy. Okay, so definitely as you move through this 5th house energy and this quality, you'll find more laughter, you'll find more reasons to laugh, you'll find more people, you'll be bringing more people to you who you enjoy their company more. It's like in the 5th house, you let your hair down and you're free to just be playful and lighthearted and have fun, childlike, you know. So that's really where you are at your strength, where you're at your strongest, is when you're feeling that. So allow yourself to laugh and think about what things you do that make you laugh and make you feel that way. And that's going to be really important this month particularly, but over the next 12 months and beyond. So let's have a look at what the universe is reflecting to you. What is being reflected? What is being mirrored to you? What is being mirrored to Capricorn? We have the spiritual beginning. Wow, okay. So this is, you know, as you dive deeply, the Hermit, into what inspires you, Knight of Wands, and start looking for that piece that's missing, the 8 of Cups, that form of expression that's been missing, you know, and been in a way that you can bring out more laughter, more joy, more pleasure, more lightness, more lightheartedness into your life. That starts a spiritual journey for you. This is a spiritual journey to taking life less seriously, Capricorn, which I know is funny to say to a Capricorn, but you know, you work so hard and you're always trying to achieve so much, and it's a great quality to have. But this period in your life right now, where all this energy is happening in the 5th house, and it's been happening for a while, it's really about finding a way to move more towards lightness and taking things less seriously, a lighter attitude. Yeah, and as you do that, you know, that's really sparking it's a new journey. Just if you can think of it like that, if you need to wrap your head around it in a way that gives it that Capricorn sense of responsibility, then look at it like that. This is my responsibility towards my spiritual journey. My spiritual self needs to be joyful and laugh. And we have nurturing. Nurturing again is that energy of the 5th house. I mean, the 4th house is the house of the mother energy, and then the 5th house is the children. But remembering to nurture that child, nurture, if it's actually your children, you know, nurturing them by nurturing yourself, but also nurturing your inner child. Nurturing is really important in that 5th house, and interestingly, letting down that letting down your hair and letting down the seriousness, putting that aside and enjoying yourself is a form of nurturing, if you allow it to be. Particularly, you know, if you're using creative hobbies and creative expressions to feel that level of joy, that's a very nurturing thing. And light embodied, this one is coming out a lot this month. Light embodied. Yeah, so remembering that you are a vibrational, energetic being, having a physical reality. Achieving everything is a noble and worthy cause to work towards achievements, but remembering that the light part of yourself, your inner being, is joy. They are joy, and when you want to connect with them, it's important that you come to that light-hearted, joyful place, remembering that to connect in with your light and finding your light and what light you shine out into the world. And joy means something different to everybody. It doesn't mean that you have to go and play like a child necessarily, you know, if that's not what brings you joy. But it's finding what brings you joy. And then as you're experiencing that feeling of joy, you know that you're connecting with your lighter being, your inner being is being connected with. That's the indication, is that sensation of joy. Okay, Capricorn, you have a lot of fun to be had, so get to it. And I'm really happy for you. This is a really beautiful cycle for you to be in, and enjoy it. And I hope to see you next month, and thank you for spending your time with me. Thank you.